Hi, what's going on? Welcome to First Euro Step with me, Jarred Ogungbemi-Jackson. The first time I got played for playing professional basketball was, 10 years ago now, which is very crazy to say. It was my first year in Portugal. I was super happy to be there. My first contract, you're obviously very excited. Wasn't a lot of money, but it was something. And just being paid to play was a dream of mine since I was a kid, so it was an exciting time. Knowing my parents, I probably saved it first. They're big on saving, and I've always tried to save as much as I can. But to be honest, I might have went and bought some shoes or clothes. I think I've always kind of been into that, just buying nice clothes and nice shoes and making yourself feel good in that way. Because obviously, when I was in university, I didn't have that kind of money to be able to buy things on my own, and maybe relied on my parents or things like that. So nothing crazy, but just some clothes. Just the future. I mean, you look at the economy today, things are a lot different than they were, when our parents were growing up, and, things are more expensive than they used to be. So I think just saving, for instance, I saved a lot the last, since the beginning of my career, and was able to buy a house a couple of years ago for my family and I. It was something I'm very proud about. So if we're not talking savings, if we're not talking investments, obviously food, you gotta have the house full. That's one thing that I won't, if I'm hungry, I'm getting food. That's one thing I'll do. But I would say, honestly, probably clothes. I like to buy clothes and to try to look good. And, I try to, go to the barber a lot as much as I can. I like to try to keep, myself as clean as possible. It just makes me feel good. And, I like to present myself in the best way I can. So I'll just say clothes and, just upkeep of, trying to be as healthy as I can.